1975. 50 years ago. I was 24 going on 25, and I'll be 75 this year in a few months. Whew, scary stuff. So in the 70s, I do 3 videos. I do my favorites, my top. Then I do the next 15, which is basically still great albums. And then I do a deep dive, still great albums there too. But I'm going to start off with the albums I listen to the most. This is my top 15 albums. And I'm going to start off with the Grateful Dead, Blues for Allah, one of the best album covers of all time. Still wish I had my vinyl on that one because what a great cover. And you never know what you're going to get with the Grateful Dead, but here you get some prog, you get some of this, you get some of that all thrown in, and quite listenable album by the Grateful Dead. Even if you're not a big fan and you like a little bit of a prog, you might like that album. Next up, I got Marshall Tucker Band with Searching for a Rainbow. Great song, great album, Fire on the Mountain. This is where I got into Marshall Tucker. I had about 5 albums by them back in the 70s. I'm a big Southern rock fan, and that fit right in. Great album, and that is my number 14. Number 13, one of my top guitar players of all time. Top 5, Robin Trower. This is his 3rd solo album. Still doing great quality stuff at this point. And, well, he always has, but songwriting was way better than right at that time period in the 70s. So that is Robin Trower at number 13. Number 12, Katie Lied by Steely Dan. I'm good for Steely Dan up until the Royal Scam. And this is probably my second favorite of their early albums. And great album, quite listenable. Little jazz was coming in there, not as much as later on, but jazz, rock, a little bit of this and a little bit of that. Another band where they throw a bunch of stuff at you, and it is a great album. So number 12, another one of my favorite guitar players, Jorma Kaukonen, and Jack Cassidy bass. We have Hot Tuna. I was in from the start. Jefferson Airplane is top 5 band of all time for me, and then there's subgroups to a certain point, and Hot Tuna was still producing good music. Well, they still are nowadays. I mean, they're like in their early 80s, I think. little ahead of me. Well, who knows? So next up, this is an album I kind of forgot about. I don't know why I forgot about it, but a few years ago I thought, boy, Tommy Bolin. Oh, jeez. Teaser. I listened to this album all the time when I got it, and I really didn't know that much about him at this point when I got it. And the album is appropriately titled. It's called Teaser, and he teases you with a bunch of different kinds of styles of music. You never know what's coming next. You got some jazz fusion, you got some jazz, you got some rock, you got some blues, you got everything here with Tommy Bolin, his first solo album. Great album. Great. I totally recommend that one, and that was my number 10. Number 9, another alumni from Jefferson Airplane with Grace Slick and Paul Kantner, and that is, oh boy, it's flashing all over the place there. It's it's like a psychedelic trip here. This is Jefferson Starship, and it's Red Octopus. Right there, Red Octopus. Their best album by far, I think. They had some other good albums, but this one, it all came together right in the mid-70s. Jefferson Starship, Red Octopus. Then we're going to go to another one of my favorite groups, Top 5. We have Minstrel in the Gallery, and this is another album where you get a lot of things thrown at you, like some folk, some British kind of folk, old folksy kind of stuff mixed with all kinds of acoustic instruments, and great album. Great album. What more can I say about Minstrel in the Gallery? And number 7, another one of my favorite groups, especially of the 70s, Little Feat, and this is the last record album, and it's pretty close to the last record album for Local George, unfortunately, but there's some great songs on here, absolutely great songs, and one of my favorite, Long Distance Love. What a great song. And there's a great video online where they're in a room and they're just playing that song live, and it's great. Little Feat, the last record album. And now we're going to the Car. This is a Car Over the Lake album by the Ozark Mountain Daredevils. And I keep bringing them up because they're still going, and they are one of my favorite groups. And I love their songwriting, their playing, the singing, and there's some really beautiful ballads on this album. Absolutely beautiful. One side is mostly just great ballads, but they wrote some great ones. And Car Over the who calls an album Car Over the Lake album? And there's the picture to prove it. There's the car going over the lake. Realistic? Look at that. It looks like real. I mean, they must have shot that with a real car and a real lake and all that kind of stuff. But anyways, that was my number 6. Number 5. I'm down to number 5. Siren by Roxy Music. Love Roxy Music. Like pretty well everything they did. And I think this is one of their great albums, Siren. And I think that was Mick Jagger's girlfriend on there, if I'm not mistaken. Something like that. She was a model. But anyways, great album. Love it. And it has their big hit on it. And right at the moment, I'm tongue-tied and I can't think of it. But it's, what is it? I can't read it. I haven't got my glasses on. But you know what it is. Love is the drug. Love is the drug. It just came to me. Whew. When you're almost 75, that's what happens to your brain. It goes south sometimes. So, number 4. We're down to number 4. And we got, of course, Bob has to make an appearance here. Not the greatest cover in the world, but Blood on the Tracks. Side 1 is an unbeatable side of an album. Side 2 has one song I'm not really that crazy about, but side 1, what a great side to an album. When this was kind of a major comeback. Does Bob Dylan need a major comeback? No, probably not. But Blood on the Tracks, that comes in at number 4 for me. What a great year, because that's number 4. Number 3, Pink Floyd, Wish You Were Here. My second favorite Pink Floyd album with that long intro song with all the guitars meandering in and out, and great album by Pink Floyd for sure. They were peaking at that time, and the next album, that's going to show up in another year for sure. And then Led Zeppelin, gotta have them. Double album. One side on there's Down by the Riverside, I think it's called, Down by the River. I listen to that side a lot. And the rest of the album too, Physical Graffiti, that's another one. I wish I had the cover for that. I wish I had my record for that, because, you know, the cover, don't have it anymore. I got rid of too many albums. But doesn't matter. The music is what counts. And guess what's on this CD? The music. So, number 1. This was debatable. I went back and forth, but Neil comes through again with Zuma. And I really probably listened to this album the most that year. And what I like, look, Neil's given us the finger right there. It's going like that. I mean, can you believe it? But I still love this album, even though he's given me the finger. Almost every song, Don't Cry, No Tears. And then you have the long Cortez the Killer, great guitar. I always liked Neil Young as a guitar player. A lot of people say, he's just a kind of a hack. But I think his feel is there more than a lot of players. Zuma is my number 1 of 1975. So that's 1975. More videos to come on 75. So long.